Hello. Can someone just let me know that you can hear me okay? Please. Can someone just let me know? Oh, let me just mute this. Okay. Okay. You can hear me. Good morning. It's actually afternoon for me. Sorry, just needed to sort that out because I could hear my own playback, which is really annoying. It says the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended. So, let me know if it gets really bad. Not that I'll be able to do anything about it, to be honest, because I wouldn't have a clue where to start with that. But yeah, someone said they can't hear me, which is worrying, but I think everyone else can hear me okay. Let me know if it's too quiet, too loud, and I can turn the mic up or down, whatever. So guys, if you have not seen my socials since the last stream, we are trading a different account today. We're actually trading a funded account, not an eval, which is so exciting. I passed this account after spending 4 months on it. Last Thursday, I think it was last Thursday, yeah. And when I tell you, I've made a clip out of it and posted it on Instagram and TikTok because it's so funny. Because basically, I was in a trade, and if my trade would have hit full TP, right, and I would have passed because I'd calculated it correct. But I saw that number go past. Basically, you need 9k to pass the 150k challenge with Alpha Futures. I saw that 159k number flash on the top left of my screen, and I panicked and I just clicked and like an idiot. And I shut it, and I was $32 short of passing. Now, a few people have said in my comments that they let you pass anyway, but I didn't know that, and a few people have corrected and said no, they don't. So I have no idea. But the main point is I was $32 short, and price had hit my what TP I wanted to go for, and it looked like it was reversing. So best believe I was there on the 15-second chart that I never look at. It's not in my model whatsoever. But at this point, I was like, $32. I cannot wait another trading day for $32, which isn't smart, to be honest. If I had the discipline of a saint, I would have waited. But I have good discipline, but not that good. So I shorted on the 15-second time frame 1 mini and just put my stop loss at $40, and thankfully it hit. If it didn't, it actually would have been really unlucky. I put my stop loss at minus $200, so the risk to reward on that trade, I'm not really too sure how to feel about that. But we don't talk about it. The main point is we passed. I mean, which I'm so happy with. I spent 4 flipping months on that eval, so we're finally through it. And onto the funded account. As you can see, the current balance of the funded account is 150k.7. I'll show you my performance stats so far. So, as you can see, I traded the Friday. That was a break-even trade. I was just looking to put a contract on because you can basically, not that I'm sure that I'll reach this milestone anyway, because I want to build up a buffer for myself. However, I want it to be in there anyway. So, that once you pass your account, after you place your first trade, it's 14 trading days until you can, or 14 days, until you can take your first payout. So I was like, right, I need to place a trade on the Friday anyway. So yeah, that was that one. This was Monday's trade, which I've been risking $750 on this account until I build up a 6k buffer. So risked $750 to make nearly 1.3. So I was completely happy with that trade. It was such a nice setup. It was everything I was looking for. Really, really happy. Got that. Tuesday I didn't see a setup, so didn't trade. Yesterday I had a little bit of a wobble. I mean, a $500 loss in the grand scheme of things is nothing to worry about. However, it's still a loss that I shouldn't have taken. If it was a loss that just happened to be within my model, then absolutely fine. I wouldn't have been bothered about it. But I basically shouldn't have had that loss. Like it wasn't necessary. Yesterday I had a bit of a wobble, which is bound to happen on your first funded account. You know, you just don't know how to act. You don't know how your psychology is going to flip, etc. So had a little bit of a wobble yesterday. Placed the long position on, then suddenly started doubting myself. I was like, no, this isn't my model. Is this my model? I don't know. Just was not, like, my head was just not clear whatsoever. So I ended up taking off that trade at minus $200. And then I decided to short for a $300 risk, which I don't know why I did that. Like, the second bit was just not it. I mean, the first bit, I'm not mad at myself for that, because I believe if you're not confident in a trade you're in, you should shut it no matter where it is. You should just shut it off. If you're and ahhing, you should just shut it off. In my case, maybe not, because I'm really bad at holding my trades. So that happened. I've journaled on it, I've reflected on it, and actually if I had stuck with my initial position that I was and ahhing about, I would have probably made 1.5k on the account. But that's just a lesson we had to learn. We had to go through that to learn, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. You know, I'm not a millionaire trader, so that means I've still got lessons to learn, you know. So that's all that matters. No one seems to be speaking in the chat. I don't know whether you're just listening to me yap, but please say hi if you're still around. Let me know how your trading week's been. Oh no, someone's just put a question. Okay. So this is Alpha Futures. I trade with them. As you can probably tell, I'm completely transparent on here. I'm always going to be transparent. I am an affiliate for them. However, I do really, really like my trading experience, and I would not push it on people if I did not, because best believe, as a girl in the space, I've been offered so many affiliate deals, like a ridiculous amount, from so many different firms, and this is the only one that I've taken. I did used to have a discount code for Apex, but not anymore, because I don't particularly feel like Apex is very attainable for a beginner. Their rules are really, really difficult to work with, in my opinion, from a beginner's perspective anyways. So to talk through my market analysis, I am going to be looking for longs in this session. I think looking for shorts when we're so close to all-time highs and we've got these relative equal highs up here would be silly. So looking into where we're at the moment, I really like this 15-minute range that I've drawn out. So I've drawn the quadrants of this range. We've just traded down to 0.5 of the range and we're now rejecting higher, which is exactly what I was looking for. We're inside this huge hourly bullish fair value gap. So main target is going to be these highs, but I will probably take a large percentage off at internal range liquidity if we get there. So basically looking for some lower time frame SMT, that would be really nice. So I'm going to see whether the 1227 has been swept on the S&P 500. It has not. Okay, that's okay. Here the 1025 has been swept. Let's see whether we're the same on NASDAQ or not. 10. Okay, yeah, we've got some nice SMT in there, which is what we love to see when we're looking for a position. So I'll put that SMT in there. As we can see, NASDAQ is the most bullish asset here, so that's where we're going to be taking our long. If it gets there, what I'd be looking for is there a volume imbalance in there? Yes. Probably be looking for this 2-minute gap to get inverted and then maybe take a position up to here. Probably take, I don't know, how much risk is that? Let's have a look. Not short, we want to go long. We want to go long. How much risk are we talking? 24 handles of risk. I don't know whether I'm going to do 2 contracts on that. Might be worth a ChatGPT ask. If I risk 24 handles on E mini NQ, how many contracts can I trade with for a max risk of $900? I'll do max $900 just to see, but I'm not sure whether I'd be too comfortable with that. So, oh, for $900, yeah, okay, so I'll be looking at 1 contract, so maybe micros would be the move for this trade, because we do have quite a large stop loss. I mean, we've had a change in this state here, so completely happy there. Okay. Yeah, sure. So, how many micros? Give me a spreadsheet of all the amounts. Sorry guys, I'll read the chat in 1 second. Just locked in. Come on, come on, be quick, be quick, be quick. Be quick. Okay. Micros. Total risk. Okay, we'll do 16 micros then. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do /MNQ. And I want to... Okay, let's just drop that down to there. 15 is the perfect amount. It calculated it wrong. Tends to be the way. Anyways, okay, let's just draw up my analysis on MNQ then so I know what's going on. So these relative equal highs is the main target. That's the biggest target for today that I'd be looking for. So yeah, that's what we're looking for really. Those really nice relative equal highs. You can see them a little bit clearer on the 4 hour. And as you can see, we're rejecting nicely from this 4 hour bullish fair value gap. So yes, I just came back longing this. I am indeed longing this, so we'll see how we get on. A lot of you are going to be like, oh my god, you're shorting in lunch session, but my rule is I'm happy to take a position after 12:40. However, I want to make sure that I haven't rushed into this. I don't feel like I have. I mean, my model has presented itself, so that's all that matters, I guess. What I want to do is I want to take off. See, all of these highs up here is just low resistance liquidity. Like we have so many relative equal highs, which I'm really happy to aim for up here. And then this is my main target, which is the higher time frame relative equal highs as well. So in my head, I'm super bullish. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell off 10 there for sure. I want to take off 66% of my contracts at all these relative equal highs. I think that's probably the best way to approach this trade. Yeah, love that. So we did have a 2-minute change in the state, which I'm going to mark out because I usually look for a change in the state of delivery as well as an inversion fair value gap. That's my fave thing to look for. So we'll mark this out. We'll mark out the gap. And I hate doing my analysis for a second time, but I find it difficult to like follow along what the hell is going on my charts unless I have the analysis. And because I'm trading with micros, my risk is quite high on this. It needs to be done, so yeah. So no, not short, long position. So there's the first target. Right, there's my stop. And the SMT was with the 1025 low. 1025 low, so I'll just put that in as well. I don't think my magnet is on right now, so it's not sticking properly, but anyways, that's fine. Yeah, so I really like all these highs up here. I definitely think they'll get hit in this session. Whether it's hit now with my setup is another question. That's the other question of the day, but yeah. Put main target up there and see what happens, I guess. Yeah, someone said about the long position tool, and I didn't even know this was a thing, you know? Like, I did not know that was there, and I've just remembered now that you said, because I saw it on someone's video, and I was like, oh my gosh, my life has actually changed. Like, how did I not know that? So I want to risk 0.5%. So, does it then tell you a lot size? I'm confused. How do you know? How do you know? I'm so confused. What is it doing? Do you need to buy real-time data with Alpha Futures? No, you don't. So they have TradingView integrated charts. So it like comes with it basically. So it's all done for you, which is nice. So let's just have a look at the charts and make sure that I'm happy with what's going on. So we're in a discount of the range. I probably didn't get my entry in the discount of this range, but we traded into a discount, so I'm happy. So yeah, tapped into this 15-minute gap and we're inside this huge hourly gap. I think the only thing that could kind of go against my model here would be if we traded back into equilibrium of this hourly range. However, with these higher time frame relative equal highs resting up here, I'm hoping that's not going to be the case because these are going to be a huge magnet on price. But, you know, I can't predict the future. I can only act upon what I'm seeing in the charts. And that's what's important to remember when you're trading. You can't predict what the markets are going to do. It's not possible. However, you can react from what the market presents you with. And if it presents you with your model, then you've got to get in. And here, I'm happy with this trade. It's presented me my model, so if I lost this trade, I would not be mad at myself, and that's what's the most important. I saw someone on TikTok, I can't remember who it was, it might have been like Blake from PB Trading maybe. Someone on TikTok said the most important question to ask yourself before you enter a trade is, would you be mad at yourself if you lost this trade? I personally would not be mad at myself at all if I lost this trade. I would be happy with what's going on. My model has presented itself. So I have a checklist right here with my model on. So we'll go through it to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So is my position in line with daily bias? Yes, it is. We are definitely bullish on the day. We're nearly at all-time highs. We might take all-time highs in this session. Who knows? Responding from a higher time frame PD array. Yep, we've got this hourly bullish fair value gap, and we've got this 15-minute fair value gap as well, which we've tapped into and had a nice rejection higher. So happy with that. A clear draw on liquidity. Yeah, we've definitely got a clear draw on liquidity higher with these higher time frame relative equal highs up here. So I'd say definitely a clear draw there. Manipulation with a lack of displacement. So we've got this manipulation leg here. And then we've traded back through this. On the 2-minute chart, as you can see, we've got a 2-minute change in the state of delivery there, and then we've inverted this 2-minute gap. So yeah, we've inverted that. Why have I drawn this out? I don't know. That was the gap that I entered off. Let me draw that one out. I feel like that's better. If I draw out the gap that I actually entered off. So yeah, so we've got, and then the other 3 things I look for, my A+++ setup has a change in the state of delivery, lower time frame SMT, and inversion fair value gap from the manipulation leg. And we've got all 3 of those. We've got lower time frame SMT here put in with ES. So I like the SMT to be put out within the manipulation leg that I'm using. I feel like that combo together is just like chef's kiss. So what I mean by that is, I'm entering off this manipulation leg because I'm waiting for this inversion fair value gap, this bearish fair value gap from the manipulation leg to get inverted. And this manipulation leg here actually created some SMT with ES. So ES took out this 1024 low at this exact point at 1226, and the Nasdaq did not. So SMT, if you didn't know, is a sign of a reversal. So that to me is saying we've got a manipulation leg that's putting in some SMT. We've got a change in the state of delivery because we've closed above this series of down close candles. We've inverted a bearish fair value gap, which is in this manipulation leg. To me, chef's kiss, perfect entry model. If it doesn't hit my target, I know that I've followed my plan. There's nothing else I can do. It's just all part of the game. So yeah, I'll read some comments now that I'm done yapping. Let me just grab my water. Honestly, guys, any of you that like do live streams or whatever can relate that it's so difficult to talk like for long periods of time. Like honestly, I find myself so thirsty. Like I'll get through this and probably another in this live stream because it honestly, it's hard to yap for a long time, and I'm really good at yapping, but it's honestly difficult. Okay, I'll read some comments now. Trading day is great, went 4 out of 4 today. Congratulations, that's fantastic. Well done. I passed my evaluation yesterday. Oh my gosh, well done. I'm so proud of you. Are the lines AM session broken into quarters? So I don't actually know whether they are or not. Let me have a look. So they're from 10 a.m. onwards. So kind of. I'm literally just using this last leg of price from the low to the high, and I'm drawing out. It's kind of hard to see because I've got the actual position on here as well, but I'm drawing this out so that I can see whether we've traded back to an equilibrium of this range, so to see whether we're in a discount, which I didn't take my entry in a discount, but I know that we traded to discount, which is all that I'm bothered about. Sometimes it's difficult to actually get a position in a discount when you've got a certain entry model that you want to follow. But, you know, I'm just above, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah. Let me have a look. How long have you been trading ICT? I'm 6 years into my journey and just switched away from ICT 2 years ago. I now use price action plus bookmap. Oh, no way. I've been trading like with prop firms, like actually trading and not just doing demo, whatever. I started in 2025, so I'm still very new. But I've been learning ICT for the last 2 years approximately. It took me a long time to get through all the content and understand things. I did quite a while of demo trading, so I was too scared to even try an evaluation. That's the difference between a girl learning trading and a boy. Like, the boys just want to get stuck in and like do the evaluation straight away, whereas I was too scared to do it, and that's just like the different biologies. It's quite interesting actually, the difference between male psychology and female psychology in trading. I find that really interesting, and I've been looking into that a lot. I speak about that a little bit in my podcast with Alpha Futures. That's just come out the other day, which is so exciting. I got to go on their podcast, and that's on the Alpha Futures YouTube channel if you want to watch it. I basically talk about my trading journey, my advice for beginners who are just starting out. Because I'm a beginner, I feel like lots of people have actually DM'd me and been like, how did you get on this podcast? You're literally not profitable. And I was like, okay, but your favourite influencer probably isn't profitable either. I'm just honest about it. Like, being in the space and like getting to know different people who've worked with lots and lots of trading influencers, you would be surprised how many of these people are not profitable. That's all I'm going to say. I obviously, like, I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to throw shade on anyone. Everyone's doing what they're doing for the same purpose. They're trying to make money. That's it. So I'm not going to throw shade on anyone, but there's a lot of people out there who you might think are profitable who are not. So just be aware that the people who are honest about not being profitable, they might be the ones to stick with. I don't know. I'm not gonna like tell you who to watch and who to not, but that's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, besides the point. So yeah, I did this podcast with Alpha Futures. I spoke about like beginners tips, psychology tips, my trading journey, and most importantly, how I balance trading with my 9 to 5, which majority of people, if you're just starting out trading, you probably have a job alongside it because you're not making much or if any money from trading. So I personally still have a full-time job. Just got home from my job and hopped on stream. So it's been a long day for me. I've been up since 5, gone to work, got home for 3:30. I live in the UK, so it's British summertime here. So yeah, it's been a long day, but here we are on stream. So yeah, if you want to watch the podcast, it's on Alpha Futures YouTube channel now. It's about 20 minutes long. You can skip some of it. Some of it's probably yap. I've not even watched it about myself yet, actually. I need to watch it. Yeah. Here from Insta. Thank you for coming along. I'm so happy you're here. Let's see what's going on the 1 minute chart. See how we're looking here. Okay. Looking okay. I'm a little bit worried about getting through this. Let's see where we're at. So that's a 1 to 2.8. 1 to 1 is right there. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really a reasonable spot for me to take them off apart from at these relatively small highs. I'll just take a big chunk off. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Let's see. It's lot size and not contract size, so it's not very useful. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's actually not very useful. When will be the next live sesh? Next live session is going to be on Tuesday. I usually do them on Tuesdays, but this week I had family commitments on Tuesday, so I moved it to today. But I usually do my live streams on Tuesday. However, next Thursday, so next Tuesday is going to be as normal. However, next Thursday I'm flying out to Canada and I'm kind of traveling all around. So I'm currently live streaming on my PC at home. And my laptop I have, like, it's okay, I use it for engineering software, so like it's good enough. However, I don't know how good it will be out in Canada live streaming from my laptop. I could obviously bring my webcam, and my webcam has a microphone in it, so I probably wouldn't bring this beefy microphone that I've got here. But yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. So if anyone has any ideas on what I can do, because I still want to stream while I'm out there, but it's going to be difficult because I don't have my whole setup. And I'm traveling around Canada for nearly 3 weeks, which is so exciting. I'm probably going to be posting some content and stuff from my trip on my socials, so go follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow along the journey. I'm sure I'll be posting about it. I did TikTok shop live streams before and I needed a nap afterwards. Oh my gosh, what's a TikTok shop live stream? What does that involve? Tell me more. I'm intrigued. Do you make money from that? I know a lot of people actually do make decent money from TikTok shop and like putting the items in their videos and stuff like as a link, but I've never thought to do it because I just think like people, because I'm a girl in the trading space, I'm really like hesitant to advertise things for people. Like I've had quite a few offers to do paid promos and stuff like that, and 90% of them I've rejected because I just don't want people to think that I'm in it for the wrong reasons. Like I love trading and that's why I post about it, but I think like a lot of people even get aggy about me advertising Alpha Futures, which is literally who I trade with. So I like, but people think like, oh, she's doing it for the affiliate deals and stuff. And I'm like, I have not got nearly 3 days worth of time invested on FX replay for some affiliate deals. I promise you, like, I do actually want to be profitable. I'm just still a beginner. I'm still working on it. Let me know. I am so many messages behind, honestly, sorry. It's because I'm yapping and then I look and there's like 5 new messages and I'm trying my best. Let's have a look. Are you a full-time trader? No, I'm not. I probably already answered that before because I said I had a full-time job. How long have you been trading for? I've been trading with prop firms for like since the start of 2025, maybe like end of Jan I started, so maybe 6 months. Do you watch Justin Werlein's content? I've watched a few of his videos and stuff, and I would recommend them to any beginner trader. I think they are so good. He really changed my mindset on the way I view the markets, honestly. And my model is very similar to his, which I didn't actually know. Like I've not just watched his forever model and copied it. However, my model is very similar to his. A few of the different confluences he kind of views them differently and has like different ones which are definites and other ones which are like nice to have, but they are super similar. But I would 100% recommend his content. I think it's amazing. It's great for beginners. It's so easy to understand. ICT is great to watch. However, I think sometimes he overcomplicates things. Like there's some things which he says which he could have said in one sentence and I would have understood it better, but he spans it over like a 20-minute video and then it gets too much and you kind of miss the point. So ICT is great to watch when you first start out so you can learn everything and listen to his videos. He has great psychology tips. He knows so much about the market. It's ridiculous. He's great to watch. But Justin Werlein, when you're starting to take your first like prop firm evaluation, things like that, is great. He's great. Tori is tough on all our souls. Tori Trades is profitable though. Honestly, I have no idea whether she's or isn't. I've not like looked into it properly, but I do know the amount she makes per month from affiliates and stuff, and I'm not hating on her whatsoever. Like she is absolutely killing it, but she makes a absolute crazy ton from affiliates every month. Like, and possibly her course combined. I don't know, but she's absolutely killing it. Like crazy. The strategy Tori sells in her course can't even be used on prop firms because she swing trades, but she's always pushing affiliate codes. Yeah, because in her trades, she trades with Tradeovate and will put an Apex code. But if her strategy is swing trading, then that means she can't possibly be trading with Apex, which is kind of funky. Who knows? I'm not hating on her. She's honestly so successful. Like, if you like, it's so fair enough. The thing is, like, people hate on these fake influencer gurus, right, who have managed to pull it off. Like, I'm not naming any names, but people will hate on them. Like, there's certain people, like, I don't know, FX Alex G. I'll name one who's, like, too big to ever see this, so that I'm not, like, offending anyone. But, like, if you were in his position, you would do it too, do you know what I mean? In fact, I don't even know whether I would actually, because I'd find it hard to like live as a fraud forever. I feel like that would be pretty draining. However, you know, all these people are smart. That's great. The live, it's amazing because I can see how you read charts. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying. I try my best not to go off topic too much. I try to talk about the charts and other stuff as well and like answer questions. So if I were to predict this trade, obviously as long as it goes in my direction, I love it how I'm saying if I were to predict this trade when I've actually just been yapping about how you can't predict the markets for like 10 minutes. Anyways, if I were to think about how I think this trade is going to play out, I think we may have another retap back into this inversion fair value gap. I wouldn't be mad about that. I think we're going to struggle to get through this area, so I think this may take slightly longer. I don't feel like we're going to blast through this. However, once we're through these two gaps here, because I'm fairly sure this is a 5 minute, yeah, this is a huge 5 minute gap, so we are going to struggle to get through it if we are in fact bullish, but I think we will. I mean, we'll just have to see. But once we're through that area and we've closed above, I think we're going to blast off and reach these highs up here. So yeah, I don't know why I've brought that down to there. Why have I done that? Why have I drawn? Oh, it's because I've drawn the line, just not even there, have I? That's why. Do you have a mentor? So I wouldn't call him a mentor because the thing is with mentors, right? I think getting a mentor can be so helpful for a beginner trader. However, I think it's not as easy as just paying for a mentor and you're suddenly like, they can just give you all the secrets and you're suddenly profitable. I don't think it's as easy as that. I actually think that it's kind of underplayed a lot about how much you need to find a mentor who has a similar trading style to you, right? So the reason why I got into ICT, it's not the reason why I got into trading originally. That was all off my own back. However, I did get put onto ICT from someone who I know personally. And the reason why I've not let him mentor me, even though he is very much profitable, is because his trading style is completely different to mine and I could not grasp it. His way of trading, I like when I watch him trade, because he trades different sessions to me because obviously I work full time. When I watch him trade, I feel like I'm having a mini stroke. I feel like I'm having a heart attack. I can't do it. So to put it into perspective, he does all of his analysis on the 15-second chart, which is mind-blowing to me. There's not many people out there who do that, but there are people who do that, and he is very much profitable, and he is absolutely insane. His technical analysis skills are just out of this absolute world. I've never seen anything like it. So he's not my technical mentor. He's taught me a lot because I know him personally. But I've not paid for a mentor. However, he does mentoring, but he's just kind of given me tips along the way. And whenever I ask him questions, he's always happy to answer it. But yeah, I've not had a mentor as such. However, he does do mentoring and he's taught me some stuff, if that makes sense. But yeah. Is it possible to set daily risk limits and lock out for the day like Top Step X? Yes, so I've actually got this now. So up here, I've set my daily loss limit, and when I was on my eval, I also set my daily like max win limit because obviously you can't pass more than half the account at once. So I'd have that at 4499. Yeah, 4499, so that I didn't pass that consistency wall by accident. So what you do is you go into settings, you go risk settings, and you can change these. You can change all of these. So some of them I don't even know what they do, but this one, the personal daily loss limit. So you can choose whether to do nothing, liquidate. So as soon as it goes to minus 1,000, it will automatically close the trade for you. So it's essentially another form of stop loss. Or you can do liquidate and block. So what this will do is if I hit my personal daily loss limit, so if I'm minus 1,000, it will close the trade and block me for a day, so I cannot come on Alpha Futures charts. I cannot come on this account until the next trading day. It's really, really good. I love this. And then you can obviously set your personal daily profit target, which is what I did for my eval. I've not personally done this right now. And then you can do the same sort of settings. You can put maximum trades per day and maximum trades per week. And you can also lock your risk settings for a day. So if you're someone who is really, really undisciplined, you can't trust yourself, you can come on here, sort your risk settings for the day, click lock, and then look at entering your trade. So if you're the type of person to go, oh no, I want to place another trade, but I've hit my daily loss limit, I'm going to take it off, then you can lock this so it literally won't budge for the whole day, which is crazy. You can also set a personal lockout over here. So I'm fairly sure. Oh yeah, you can do it for a custom amount of time to lock you out of your account, which is pretty cool as well. So if you're trading on a Thursday, you just want to give yourself the weekend to refresh, reset, you know you need it, you can lock yourself out for 3 days until Monday comes. So looking at the trade, I was wrong. We seem to be blasting through this gap here, but we never know what's going to happen. We've still got 2 minutes left on the 5-minute candle, so it'd be nice if we can invert this, but we may not just yet. I'm looking to just lower this to there, just because this is a little tip for beginners as well. If you are, yeah, that lines up exactly with the consequent encroachment of the wick. So sometimes I find that price struggles to get through big wicks, and there has been times where it's come, let's say I've got my take profit up here, it's come up into this wick and rejected down, and that's actually part of Powell's model, I'm fairly sure. He uses the consequent encroachment of wicks to like top tick or bottom tick reversals. So I would recommend putting your partial or your take profit midway through the wick to stop you getting stopped out, because price can struggle to get through wicks. So yeah. What's the reason that you're bullish, if I may ask? So one thing I would recommend to new traders that I have learnt the hard way, if we are near, so as you can see from the 1 hourly chart, I'll even go into the daily chart so you can see, we are at all-time highs. We are at the all-time highest point of the NASDAQ ever. So to be short at this point is silly to me. I took a short yesterday, so believe me, like, if you've made the mistake, don't worry about it. I literally went short yesterday, even though I already knew that I didn't want to do that. I'm definitely going to move my stop to break even now, I think, and the plan is to take off. Where are we on the 1 minute chart? Let's have a look. I've been trying to force myself to hold my trades because I'm not very good at that, as we all know. I get a little bit shaky when it comes to holding trades. But we're break even now, we're risk free on the trade. Life is good. Life is worth living when we can go break even. Is ES more bullish than the NASDAQ? No, it's is it? I don't know. Let's have a look. So this is the 1153. 1153. No, we're fine, I think. Yeah, we should be all good, I think. Let's have a look at MNQ. Okay, guys, we're getting close to our first partial, which is nice to see. I can't believe that we have had 3 consecutive trades. 3 trades I've done on stream have all, well, I'm not going to jinx it, but I've not lost any money in them, to put it that way. I took a huge win last time. On the last week's stream, I took like a 2.6k win, which was insane. But that was on my eval, so I was risking double the amount. So yeah, that was nice. Oh, nice! Partial's been filled, guys. We're up 600 on the account. Let's go. We have reclaimed our losses from yesterday. Let's go. Let's get some W's in the chat. Please. Pretty please for me. I know it's cringe, but you've got to do it for me. Otherwise, I'll start singing if you don't leave me a W. That's your consequence if I don't get a W in the chat. I'll start singing. And trust me, I will. That's not an empty threat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, let's see whether I was correct for doing that. I mean, I assume it is going to reach these highs because these highs are just crazy. However, we may have a little reaction off the consequent encroachment of this. Was this an hourly wick? No, it was a 15-minute wick. Okay. Please start singing. Guys, someone tell him off. Someone asked me to start singing. Been on my trading journey for 2 to 3 years now, and all-time highs were always the periods I F up. So, not to sound like the worst person in the world, but all-time highs for me have been a game changer in my trading. And I think it's actually helped me identify where I'm going wrong, because all-time highs for me, I've not got to worry about daily bias. I already know what it is, or what I should be going for. Not necessarily what it is, but I know what bias I should be trading if we're at all-time highs. And maybe daily bias is where I struggle. I don't know. Or maybe I just don't concentrate it. Maybe I just don't concentrate on daily bias enough. Maybe that's why. I honestly have no idea. Can you show your checklist? So what I might do, because my checklist is on this post-it note and it's not on a document, what I might do is I might share my checklist in a video or something. Would that be useful if I did like a short form video to share my checklist? A lot of people have actually requested I do like a full in-depth strategy video on YouTube. I've not made any YouTube videos yet, I've only done streams, but that's something I'd definitely be happy to do. I've been trying to hunt for an editor at the moment because I simply don't have time to edit my videos. I know I sound lazy, but I'm actually not lazy. I work a full-time job and trade and make content. I just don't have time to edit like long form videos. I just know I would never get around to doing it. So I tried to find myself an editor. So if you're on stream and you're into editing, you want a bit more experience, it would obviously be paid, but I'm kind of looking for an amateur editor because I don't have a huge budget for editing at the moment. Maybe in the future I will, but right now it's not like my biggest priority to invest in. So if you're an amateur editor looking to get some more experience, a little bit of cash, send me a DM on Instagram, TikTok, Discord. Send me some examples of your work and what your rates are, and I'll get back to you. I've had a few people from my Discord community DM me already, so I'm just like picking the best from a bunch of great people, really. You caught a mad trade, I can't lie. I know, guys, this has been pretty sick, but to be fair, the draw on liquidity here is pretty strong. We've got these relative equal highs on the higher time frame, which are looking juicy, so yeah. Pretty happy with this after the loss yesterday. Pretty happy here. It is pretty clean. It is pretty clean. I'm very proud of my analysis there. I did get a little bit shaky when we were coming down back here, but I held on to it because that was my mistake I made yesterday. I actually wouldn't have taken a loss based on my chart analysis. It was my psychology yesterday that messed me up. Like So if you're new to the stream and you weren't here at the start, I was basically talking about yesterday's trade, which was, it ended up being a 500 loss. So what I did was, so my initial trade that I put on, I risked 750, and then I suddenly convinced myself it's not my model, I've not done it right, all of this, like I'm wrong, like just so many things were going through my head, which I knew I was going to have a trade like that at some point because it's my first funded account, it's bound to happen, so I was prepared for it. However, it still did affect my psychology, so I ended up taking off the trade at negative $200, right? So I tried to go long in PM session yesterday, ended up taking off the trade at negative $200, and then I decided to short. Honestly, just don't ask because I don't know. I tried to short. Oh my gosh, full TP. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm fairly sure that's not where I entered. I'm fairly sure I entered like here. Yeah, I entered there. So let's just draw that out properly so I can journal that. Good stuff. For 1 to 2.3 R we've got right there, which is nice. Do you trade micros or minis? So it completely depends on my risk. So we're at 1.16k on the trade. Let's go, guys. That was so quick. It is. I have literally been looking at my charts for like 30 minutes or something. That was really sick. Okay. So have I top ticked? Have I top ticked? What was I even just saying? I actually have no idea what I was just saying. I just completely lost my train of thought because I'm being cringe. Oh, micros or minis. So because on my funded account, I'm trying to build up a buffer. So if you're not familiar with funded accounts, you can take a payout at any time, but my max loss limit will trail at the end of the day. So it's currently 145,271. When I come to my charts tomorrow, it will be 1 4. Oh my gosh, the math is not mathing whatsoever. What on earth? 145,901 it will be at the end of the day. So it trails based on your end of day balance, and you get 6k. So it trails based on your end of day balance. So it'll be 6k less than 151,901. So I want to build a buffer up to 156k, and then as you go above that, the trailing drawdown cuts off. So I'm building up a buffer of 156k, and then anything over that I will take a payout from. So I'm just building my buffer right now, and while I'm building my buffer, I am risking 750, so 0.5% on the account. And because this is quite a small amount, like today I ended up trading micros, because if I traded minis, it would have meant I could only trade with one mini. And I like to take a partial at some point, especially in this trade, because it was, you know, like how many handles? So at 365, like 420. So it was like 60 handles, which I don't like. I like to take some sort of partial off at this high here. So I ended up trading micros so that I could take a few off. Because obviously if I only have one contract on, like that's it. I can't take any sort of partial. So great trade. Thank you, Rip Maths. Honestly, I know, like, I am literally an engineering major and I can't do maths. It's embarrassing for me. I'm actually so pissed I'm going to revenge trade. No, do not revenge trade. We're not doing that. Revenge trading in 2025 is cringe. Kidding. I literally revenge traded yesterday, which I'm not proud of, and I've journaled extensively. However, I did. 1 minute time frame. Yes, this is the 1 minute time frame. I did most of my analysis on the 1 minute time frame, but based on higher time frame bias. And I always look for a rejection from a higher time frame PD array, which, as you can see, we were rejecting from this 15-minute gap here. The trail stops at 156k. Yeah, so once you're over 156k, let's say I've got 157k in my account, the max loss limit will be 150 still. Like, the max loss limit can't go above 150 basically. Great trade, Claudia. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Guys, we've had a win streak on the live streams. It's pretty crazy. It's crazy. I thought I was going to be really bad at trading on live streams because there's a lot of pressure. However, I think it actually does me good because I have to speak what I'm doing out loud. And if it doesn't make sense, I'm like, oh no, that doesn't make sense. I'm not doing that. I've seen enough. Start a mentorship. Honestly, guys, I'm not starting a mentorship. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Like, I'll mentor people for free, but I'm not doing a mentorship. Like, it feels so wrong when I've literally learned for free off YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't charge to teach people when I've learned for free myself. Why does every blonde I know make it in trading? Honestly, it's the bleach. The bleach is like whispering in my ear, like, oh, long hair. Honestly, I actually like got my hair bleached yesterday, so I'm still a bit loopy. My gosh, why, guys, please tell me why my funded account, like, P&L is looking better than my eval. Like, honestly, I don't know. We're at 1.9k on the account, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Do you like journaling or just do it? I personally love it. So journaling for me is personal. Like, we're getting close and personal now. Journaling for me, I've got some of the books here. Wait. That's my diary. This doesn't count. Do you want to see how many journals bearing in mind, I've been journaling my thoughts pretty much every single day, unless like I'm ill or something, since I was 15 years old. And I was a 15-year-old girl. So best believe. Oh, can you even see that in the camera? I don't know. Lagging. Hopefully. Do I like journaling? Did you? These are all full. Like, I swear to you, they're all full. You ready for this? You ready? It is full. It's full. They're all full of my thoughts from when I was 15 years old. So when it comes to journaling my trades, like, I'm completely happy because I just journal anyway because I'm a crazy person and I, like, I think a lot. So yeah. Do you have good Notion notes on ICT? Care to drop it? Honestly, no. So one of these journals, if I can find it, so this journal is actually my trading journal, and because I'm literally a grandma, I wrote all of my trading notes. So as I was watching ICT, like this is ICT mentorship episode 8, this is from the 2022 mentorship when I was doing it, I wrote it all on paper. But someone out there will have done it, so if there was like a money opportunity for me to do that, I would totally do it, but someone will have done it already. Honestly, just Google like ICT mentorship 2022 notes, and they will be on Google for free. Like people have even created ICT websites with all sorts of learning stuff on. So, you know, fill your boots. Fill your boots. Are you coming to Toronto? So I'm flying to Toronto, and then I'm flying from Toronto to Ottawa, and we're kind of traveling around there. However, on the way back, I really want to see whether we can, because we're there for like nearly 3 weeks, we've got a lot of time, so I'm gonna see whether on my way back I can spend like a night or two in Toronto and do around there, because I've always wanted to see Toronto. Like that's the one place that like I've wanted to view, because I'm British and I don't know anything about Canada, and Toronto's the only place I've heard of. So I'm gonna see whether I can do that, but if not, I'm literally just gonna be flying in, and then I have a connecting flight from there to Ottawa. So just a granny without specs with a thread. Honestly though, like I do have specs. I've just got my contact lenses in. I am blind as a bat, like so blind. Let me know if you see Drake. Honestly, I will let everyone know if I see Drake. I'll let the whole world know. Guys, no, like, can we just like lock in for a sec? Have I just top ticked or what? Like, have I just top ticked? I think I might have done. Also, guys, I've got my mango chunks here. I love mango. I'm going to just move those to the side because I want to post a story for Instagram to show off the trade. Let's put my executions on so they can all see that I can actually trade and I'm not just posting for affiliate deals, I swear. The thing is, like, I don't mean to be that person like, oh, I'm so different and quirky, but also I've never actually seen any trading influencer, whatever, talk about affiliates as transparently as I do, and I can't tell whether I'm like breaking some sort of like law. Like I can't tell whether I'm like being like I'm doing something wrong, or whether people just don't speak about it because they don't want to, because I am so unbelievably transparent. Like someone commented on my Instagram post once, like I think it was the one where I passed my funded, and was like, oh, why did you choose a 150k account? And I was so real. I was literally like, I got it for free. Like, if you're getting them for free, you might as well go big, you know what I mean? And, like, I don't feel like people do that, so it feels wrong, but also, like, why wouldn't I tell you? Like, like, you do it as well. Post some content, you'll get some free profit. Honestly, the amount of evaluations I've got for free is crazy, and I still decided to stay on the same one for 4 months. If that's not commitment, I don't know what is. Anyways, just going to post a little story so everyone can see that I'm a great trader. Let's make that focus. You guys are seeing behind the scenes here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Another W on the stream. Let's go, let's go. I'll post this to my TikTok story as well, actually. Save. And I've not posted a TikTok or Instagram reel today. Like I post every day other than a Saturday, so I'm feeling a little bit stressed, but I'm trying to make one of those cool videos where it's like a compilation of all the like hard trading work you've done with like a motivational background speech in it. I'm trying to be one of those influencers. I'm trying to be motivational here. Let's like that story. Yeah, let's do it. What if you're on 162k and you request a 6k payout? So if you request a 6k payout, your account balance, so let's say this was on 162k, I request a 6k payout, my balance would just be back to 156 and I would start again. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just trading this like it's an eval, but with a smaller amount of risk until we get to 156, and then I'm acting like 156k is my funded account, and from there onwards I can take payouts back down to 156 so that I've always got at least a 6k buffer in there. So yeah, FX Alex G is not profitable. I don't know him personally, so I don't know, but I've seen a lot of stuff online basically saying that he sells a lifestyle and he doesn't actually know how to trade. The thing is, though, Alex G is actually like who properly got me into trading. So hats off to him. I'm sure he's got so many people into trading. Like, he's so influential. The lifestyle that he sells, like, you know, it's brilliant. Like, everyone wants his lifestyle. So he sells trading very well. I don't actually know whether he can trade because I haven't watched him since I first got into trading. And at the time, I had no idea what anything meant anyway. So I wouldn't be able to, like, decide whether someone's profitable or not. But some people say he's not. I don't know, but that's just what I've heard anyway. Can you show your checklist? So, someone, yes, you asked that before. I can show you it, but it's on a sticky note right now. But what I might do is, it's actually a good video idea for me to just make me talking through my checklist. So that you guys know, because quite a few people have asked me. However, I will read it out for you, so you can take notes now if you want it now. But I'm gonna, like, I'll probably film a video as soon as I come off here, and get that up tomorrow. Because quite a few people have been asking me that actually, which is crazy to me. Like, as someone who was like not confident in my own ability whatsoever, like, I've gained a little bit of confidence now that I've finally passed my funded, but honestly, like, had no confidence in myself whatsoever. Like, the fact that people ask me like, oh, what's your strategy and stuff, I find it so cool. Like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love it. What is your balance? We're at 151.9 at the moment. So my checklist, first question I ask myself, are we in line with the daily bias? Are we responding from a higher time frame PD array? This is mainly a higher time frame fair value gap because I don't really trade order blocks or anything. So yeah. Guys, why have we actually top ticked though? Wow, okay. Third thing, a clear draw on liquidity. Fourth thing, manipulation leg with a lack of displacement. And when I say lack of displacement, what I basically mean is we've got this manipulation leg, but we're not really taking out many like huge draws on liquidity. Like, this manipulation leg came all the way down here and took out this low, which I'm assuming is an hourly low. It looks like it should be. Yeah, this hourly low. If that displacement leg came down and took out that hourly low, I would not be looking for longs. But we can see this manipulation leg is actually a short-term leg, and if we then invert that with this change in the state of delivery, which is on the 2-minute time frame, with this SMT, we're then seeing it as a manipulation leg. So basically manipulation leg, which we'll then use for an entry, which takes out some sort of short-term low. So we've taken out this short-term low here with this leg. SMT is a big one for me. As you can see here, right, price is kind of chopping around. We've got this manipulation leg down that actually puts in SMT for us. In this manipulation leg, it's putting in SMT. On ES, we took out this 1025 low, right? And to me, a lower time frame SMT is actually more useful if you're trading like the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute time frame than a higher time frame one. The higher time frame SMT can help you choose which asset to trade with. For example, if you're bullish and Nasdaq takes out this high but ES doesn't, or whatever, Nasdaq takes out this low but ES doesn't, and you're bullish, you want to be trading ES, right? So that's what the higher time frame SMT is useful for. However, lower time frame SMT for me is useful as an indication of when we're about to reverse. As you can see, we've been trading downwards, we've been creating fair value gaps, you know, trading up into them, heading down, you know, we've been in a downtrend, if you want to call it a trend. Here, we place an SMT, I'm expecting some bullish price action. As soon as that SMT goes in, we're off to the races. So that's something I really like and I look out for a lot. Fourth, fifth, whatever number we're up to, is inversion fair value gap. So as you can see, we put in this manipulation leg, put in this SMT. Let me put myself on full screen. So manipulation leg, SMT. We've created this 2 minute fair value gap, which you can see more clearly there. So we've got this 2 minute bearish fair value gap. We traded up and inverted that. that leads me on to the next thing, which is changing the state of delivery. So we close above this series of down close candles. So we've got a change in the state. We're inverting this fair value gap. We're using the consequent encroachment of this inversion fair value gap to take us higher to our draw on liquidity up here. The final thing is low resistance liquidity to target. How I define low resistance liquidity is in two ways. Low resistance liquidity can be higher time frame draws on liquidity that are super clear. Like today, we had an extremely clear draw on liquidity. We had these two relative equal highs, which are even evident on the daily time frame. That is a super clear draw on liquidity. So that is when you've got low resistance liquidity resting in your direction of bias. The other time where we've got low resistance liquidity is, I'll try to find an example in the charts so you can see. I would actually say here we've got low resistance liquidity, right? So let's say, okay, so let's say we're down here and I've checked off my checklist. I'm bullish. I want to buy. I'm sure I want to buy. Everything lines up. Everything on my checklist is lining up, other than I'm looking, do I have low resistance liquidity to target, right? So what you're looking for in low resistance liquidity is you're looking, is there lots of buy side liquidity resting above me here? So as you can see, in this price side, we've got here, we've got here, we've got here, we've got down here. We've got so much buy side liquidity, which we just sweep through. Obviously, we didn't quite reach up here, but we just tank through it. So when you've got that low resistance liquidity building, so this whole leg here, we're generating liquidity to then sweep out. And you can see that when we're generating liquidity, not necessarily got huge displacement. Like we've got some smaller candles, we're just generating, and then as soon as we want to sweep this out, huge candles taking them out. So the best thing to see is price right now in a downtrend ready to reverse, or is it still generating that liquidity to sweep later? And that's the key identification. Nice trade. A question. Why don't you do the live on Discord? So I suppose I could do it at the same time, but I just because I want to build a YouTube and eventually post YouTube videos and stuff, I prefer doing it on YouTube to try and build an audience on here. I'm going to be completely transparent. I'd love to have some subscribers on YouTube and have a following on here and stuff. I'd love that. I literally love posting content so much. I feel like everyone thinks that. Well, a lot of people, not everyone, think that I post content because I'm trying to get these amazing affiliate deals and I want people to buy and stuff like that. Which, being completely transparent, if someone uses my code for Alpha Futures, I'm over the moon because thank you so much. Everyone knows that if someone uses my code, I get a percentage. Everyone knows that. I'm just completely open and honest about it, right? However, I don't post content for that reason whatsoever. When I first started posting content, I didn't even know it was possible to do affiliate stuff with prop firms. I didn't know what sort of money was out there in terms of social media. I had no idea. I just love making TikToks and Instagram videos and stuff, and I love trading, so I thought I'd combine them both. But I've always loved it. I've obviously deleted my old videos that were on my TikTok. But my TikTok was jammed full of videos that I'd made. When I was 16, I used to do all the TikTok dances, post all of them with no shame whatsoever, which I kind of regret now. However, I've always loved it. So yeah, that really went way off track. However, someone said W yapping. I'm so good at yapping, I'm really good at it. Anyway, I could trade live on Discord at the same time, I guess, but I want to build my YouTube is the point I was getting at. Even though I didn't get to the point very quickly. Guys, look at that top tick. That's actually insane. Wow. That is sick. No, I don't want to make a video. No, I need to I feel like I'm a bit too nonchalant when my trade hits my TP. I need to do a huge reaction so that I can clip farm it. Do you know what I mean? I want to clip farm myself, but I'm not very interested on my live stream. I guess I can clip farm myself by answering questions, but when I hit TP then I was like, oh, nice. How do you set your stop loss? When you're on Alpha Futures, you set your stop loss by, so let's say I enter here, right? I'll just like draw something. So let's say this is my entry price right here. It'll have like the price there in green or red, depending. And you literally just hover over it, click it, and drag it, and you can drag your stop loss to wherever you want it. I'm not proud of it, but I'm sure. You do you, Queen. We might trade to the equilibrium of this range. That might not be a bad shout. However, that is not for me. That is not for me. So straight to business, I'm giving away a 50k Alpha Futures eval in this live stream, and I am going to be for the foreseeable future on my live streams. So the way I'm doing it is it's completely open to anyone who's on the live stream. Like, I want to give back to people who are watching me actively. However, for 2 extra entries into the giveaway, the way I've structured it this time is, so this was on my Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. Basically, if you use my code for Alpha Futures and let me know, send me a screenshot, whatever, I will give you 2 extra entries, because those people who are showing that sort of support, like, I appreciate it so much, so I feel like they deserve a couple of extra entries. However, I don't want to be that guy who was like, you have to use my code to be within the chance of winning an eval, because more times than not, the people who want to win an eval don't have the money to spend on them, so won't be using my code anyway. So I don't want to be that guy who's like, use my code and then you'll enter. I want to be able to give to anyone. However, the people who are supporting me and using my code, I want to give them a few extra entries because I appreciate it so much. So that's enough of the yap. I'm going to be giving away a 50k account on this stream. All you need to do to enter is type W in the chat, and then I'm going to get ChatGPT to pick me a winner. I'm going to put 2 extra entries in for the people who use my code, so I'm just going to type those in manually on the chat. I'm fairly sure there's only one person who DM'd me. Like, not lots of people, but a few people use my code, right, but they don't DM me and let me know, so I can't, like, enter them into the giveaway because I don't know who's who. So, yeah. I'll do what I can. I'm fairly sure it was Ben who messaged me on Discord and said, so I'll pop him in 2 extra entries, but other than that, it's a free game for anyone right now. By the way, guys, don't bother repeating your message. It's not going to get you an extra entry because I'm going to tell ChatGPT to remove repeats, so yeah. W, I used your code. I used your code last week. Safe, did you send me a message? Because I did ask for people to send me a message if they used it. Just to let me know. If you have actually used it, and you're not just making it up, send me a screenshot really quickly on Discord and I'll put you into extra entries. But you'll have to be quick. So yeah. You gotta feel me. I'll announce the winner in 2 minutes, right? I'm just gonna wait and see whether Safe wants to send me a screenshot or not. I'll give him 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the clock, and then I'll announce the winner. I'll pick one from everybody. Screenshot of what, like the email? Actually, what I can do, if you don't want to say it on here, you can DM me on Discord, but either say it on chat or DM me. What's your full name that you use for Alpha Futures? Because I can check like who's used it or not. So let's see whether I can just see a Safe, and that'll be you. But if your full name is different to your username. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's true or rubbish. I don't know whether I can do it on it. Oh no, I can. I can. I didn't pay attention. What do I have to do again? You literally just have to put W in the chat. That's it. But I was explaining that if people used my affiliate code and sent me a screenshot or whatever, then I'll give them 2 extra entries. That's what I was explaining, but all you have to do to enter is just put W in chat. Okay. What date did you buy this safe? Just because I'm trying to scroll through everybody. Oops. 1. Can't see you on that page. Can't see you on that page, and this is going to the 21st of July now. Oh no, that was literally the other day. What? Ah, found you. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're all good. Okay, right. So, is B... Where did I just see that? Someone else said that they used my code. Is BHB 2002... Are you Ben from my Discord? If so, that's all good. But if not, then I'm confused. Need to move this wire so we can get everyone's things right. Okay, let's take a little picture. Oh no, I'm not even signed into... Oh, I'll use my other phone. Got a new phone and I've just like not sorted it out properly. Like nothing's signed in, nothing is sorted, nothing's working, everything's not working. Yeah, I'm Ben. Okay, cool. Right. Do you need to be in the Discord for the giveaway? No, it's literally just W in chat, that's it. Right. Let me take a picture of these. Okay. Next picture. Okay. Pick me a random person who said W to win a giveaway, but add 2 extra entries for BHHB 2002 and safe _ 319. Eliminate any people who commented W twice, please, and ignore any other comment other than W. Right, let's see who's won the giveaway. Let's see who's won the giveaway. I'll blame it on Wow, we got 51 viewers. Thanks all for joining. I appreciate you all. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're so right. Custom Trades needs an extra entry. Okay, I've got to redo it. I've completely forgot. I don't think he's actually on here. However. And also add an entry for Custom Trades. Talk me through the probabilities so I know you're doing it correctly. I just want to make sure that it is actually putting in these extra entries because it's picking me out a name right, but I don't actually know what it's doing. So thank you for reminding me about Custom Trades. I appreciate that. I would have felt really bad if I'd forgotten that. It's analysing. It's analysing. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'll blame it on your love every time. Okay, let's have a look at the probabilities. Okay, yeah, that's right. They have done it right, which is nice. Okay. The random winner is Segi! Oh, congratulations, Segi! You've won a free Alpha Futures eval. You don't even need to buy it now. You don't even need to buy it. Let me just put that in chat. Congratulations. I'm so happy you've won one because you are super active in my Discord, so love that. It's always nice when an active member wins the giveaways and stuff. One of the super active members in my Discord won the iPad when I gave that away, which was so nice. I'd not rigged it, I swear. But that was so nice. It's so nice for people who I like chat to all the time, and I know that they're committed to trading and they're not just like in the live for the giveaway. So that was really fun. Segi, if you could DM me your email that you've used to sign up with Alpha Futures. If you haven't signed up already, just sign up to their dashboard, it's free. And send me your email that you used to sign up and I'll get the account over to you probably tomorrow. Congratulations! Guys, I've actually top ticked. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of myself. I'm going to put this on my TikTok story. Because I feel that's pretty cool. We may have just top ticked on the live. Nearly. No, I'm going to take my voice out of it. That's really cringe, actually. Nice. DM on Discord. Yes, please. Congrats, mate. Full port FOMC next week. Is FOMC next week? FOMC is always a bit of a struggle week for me because of trade PM session, so it's a bit difficult. Inner circle liquidity. Inner circle liquidity. How long have I been on live for? How do I see that? How do I see that? I think I can see somewhere, but I don't really know how. Someone tell me how long I've been on for, because oh, it's in the top corner. 1 hour 16. Could anyone leave me any questions that you have about trading? Anything you want me to make a short form video on? Anything you want me to make a YouTube video on? Literally anything. Like, I'd love to hear your videos advice. I want to tailor them to help you guys. Like, I know that I've not had a payout yet, but like clearly something I'm doing is correct. So just let me know if you have any questions, any video ideas, literally anything that you want me to help with, answer, whatever. Please leave them in the chat. I will be eternally grateful. It's very hard to think of 6 ideas for content per week. That's why some of them are just absolute waffle or just like, you can tell which ones I've put effort into and which ones I just haven't as well. It's really obvious. Like one of the recent ones, I'm just laying in my bed and I've just like managed to think of some ideas. So funny. So you trade lunch every day. Lunch is usually choppy and slow. So I don't trade like midway through lunch, but I trade towards the very end into the start of PM session. And these setups for me, like, I mean, I'll show you in my journal. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? That is not it. That's from 2024. How cute is that? Let me just put this on another tab and get it up and then I'll move it because I don't want to don't really know what I'm doing here. There we go. Right. I scroll down to the bottom. So when? Where's, oh my god, I've not journaled these properly whatsoever. Where's my win that I took on, here, yeah. So if I expand that, oh no, let's just go on here. Expand that. So this trade, right? Oh, you can't even see when I took my entry. I wish I could like hover over there because you can't see the time. But the times when these moves sort of start off, I find like that 1250 macro really like injects that volatility for me. I just like it, to be honest. I like it. I like it. What trading journal page do you use? So I use one called Notion. It's free. It's pretty good. Lots of traders use it. It's nice. Yeah. I've lost my... There we go. Let's move that there. Technical difficulties, eh? Right, there we go. Past 3 days I've made profit during the AM session and I've lost it all in the PM. Oh my gosh, that is tough. That's tough. What I'd say to you is, like, my rule of thumb, apart from yesterday where I just lost my shirt, I take 1 trade per day. Like, I do 1 trade per day. Me personally, because the rest of the day I'm likely to be sat at a desk anyway, I feel like if I take a loss, I don't have time to reset my mind because I'm still sat at my desk. I'm still like using my brain. I'm not giving my brain a rest to like reset, come back with clarity. I think if you take a winning trade, that's it. You're done for the day. You don't need to take any more. Honestly, think overtrading can be a killer. Like, because overtrading could be the reason why, like could be the difference between like profitable and like crazy amounts of money. You know, you never know. Okay. I'm gonna end the live stream here. I appreciate you all joining so much. Like I really, really do. I'm not even just saying that to be like, you know, like I really, really appreciate it. I enjoy these live streams so much. I love like coming on here and chatting to you all. It's amazing. It's so nice to just like be able to just chat with like-minded individuals, like as if it's nothing all around the world. It's so cool. So I really, really appreciate you guys joining. Next week's stream is going to be back on the Tuesday, so make sure to tune in to that. And I'll be back on here as usual, see whether we can continue our win streak trading. I'll be giving away another 50k eval then for sure, so if you want to be within the chance to win that, make sure to join. If you use my discount code, please let me know and I will give you 2 extra entries into the giveaway. Just send me a message and say, hey Claudia, I used it, and I will double check, and that's it. So please let me know if you do, because I don't want you to miss out on those extra entries to, you know, win another eval, whatever. If you're not in the Discord, make sure to join. The link is in my Instagram bio and TikTok bio if you want to join. We're at like 840 members or something crazy now. It's a really nice community. Anyone who is like even passive aggressive towards other members has been kicked and banned long ago. Such a nice community. There's loads of active members on there. Loads of us post our trades in there every single day. I post my trades in there every single day. I'm most active on there to answer any questions people have. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure to join. It's completely free, by the way. I'm not trying to sell you anything. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you on Tuesday.